Hello everyone. So today I'm going to present an introduction about my dissertation for the MBA. It is the last project finally after almost 2 years of hard work. The topic that I have chosen is an important one for me personally and for the economy as well. The obstacles and challenges faced by the SMEs in Dubai, and I'm taking a key problem, which is the access to fund. Every economy is saying SMEs are the backbone of our economy. SMEs are the driver of our the growth of our economy. When I look at the bank's appetite and bank support, the access to credit is the key, is the main problem that every SME is facing, especially in Dubai, in UAE, and worldwide. My research is highlighting this problem. I'm trying to understand this problem. The motive behind selecting this topic is first, my personal experience, my personal reflection. I have been working as a banker for the last 15 years in Dubai, 12 years in the corporate finance as well as in the SMEs finance in different banks in Dubai. I have good experience with both banks as well as SMEs, and I know I can somehow think from everyone's perspective in this regard. I wanted to really leverage my experience in this market. My second motive is my MBA specialization that is into innovation and entrepreneurship. The research objectives is to study the emerging role of the SMEs in the market. SMEs in Dubai are 99.2% of the registered companies as per Dubai SME website. SMEs in Dubai are participating with 47% of the Emirate GDP and 52.4% of the entire private workforce in Dubai itself. When I look at UAE, SMEs participate with 86% as per National Bank of Fujairah in a very recent study that the bank has released. SMEs are participating with 86% of the entire private workforce. SMEs in UAE are participating with more than 60% of the non-oil country economy, and with the government vision by 2021 this ratio should exceed the 70%. We are talking about a massive figures here that requires the bank's support, the bank's attention. Another objective of this research is to evaluate the barriers and challenges faced by the SMEs, and there are many, but here I'm going to take our key problem, which is the access to credit, access to fund. Eventually, I would try to come up with some recommendations, solutions, suggestions that might help the SMEs to overcome this key problem they face. In the literature review, many challenges that I have highlighted in this research. We're talking about the financial challenges, we are talking about the market challenges, the technological challenges, the environmental challenges, and the human capital challenges as again a key problem. A key challenge that I'm going to study is the access to funds. The research approach methodology is an inductive approach. I have been observing the evolving of the SME sector and banking appetite toward this sector for many years now. That has been a pattern or established as a pattern, and I'll end up with the hypothesis or the theory. The research design is exploratory. At the research philosophy, it is interpretivism. The data collection here is primary and secondary. Primary is the survey. I have done a survey with many SMEs owners, CFOs and general managers. Plus I have interviewed different senior bankers from the SME's finance department, and one more important interview that I have done with a director from Dubai SMEs. The data analysis, mainly qualitative, and that's why it is exploratory research design. However, there is a quantitative part as well. Some of the results that I have came up with in my research, it has been found that the banks have a very low appetite towards lending to SMEs. Out of the total SMEs, out of the total portfolio, banks funding in the country, only 3.85% has been given to SMEs. Why is this? We have high NPLs, high non-performing loans among the bank's portfolio coming from the SMEs, unfortunately. This ratio, as per the National Bank of Fujairah, in his latest, very recent report they published, the non-performing loans was 2.5% in 2008, and this percentage has been increased, unfortunately, to 7.5% in 2010 after 2 years only. And we remember what happened in the crisis 2009 and 10. In 2016, it was standing at 6.7%, and it went up again 2017 to 7.6%. This is a high ratio, high percentage among the entire portfolio with the SMEs that lead the banks to tighten their credit programs, their credit policies when it comes to SMEs. Different reasons also for the banks to have a lower appetite in lending SMEs. That has to do with the lack of capacity and historical default in this sector. In the conclusions and recommendations, again, it is a fact that has been admitted by everyone that took the survey or the interview. Yes, banks have lower appetite. SMEs are struggling not only to get credit facilities, they are struggling even with opening up an account with any bank. So this is a key problem, has been admitted by everyone. So it is a fact, it is a problem that you would like to find a proper solution for it. Limited access to finance is mainly driven by the high NPLs, the default, the historical default among this sector in the banking system. The recommendations here are given to three different related counterparties: SMEs, banks, and finally the regulator. The regulator here is represented by the central bank, the government. When it comes to SMEs, many actions have to be done, need to be done by the SMEs in order to overcome this problem, in order to present themselves to the banks as a reliable client that banks would love to do business with. They have to invest in their financial management system. They have to have better financial management system. They have to invest in the bookkeeping. They have to maintain bookkeeping, proper bookkeeping, accounting, audited report. They have to have a reliable auditor. The banks usually have blacklisted auditors, have different grades and criteria of the auditor. Don't go to the cheap ones. If you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. Please go and invest in these reports because they are important and they are your CV in front of the bank. SMEs need to reinvest the profitability in the business. Don't take out everything. Enlarge your retained earnings. Show the banks that you yourself are investing and expanding in your investment. So push and encourage them to come and participate with you in this expansion phase. These are some of many recommendations I tried to give in this research to SMEs, and many more in the report. In the banks, what the banks have to do, Let me say what's happening now among the banking system. I'm talking about the consolidation that's going on, merger and acquisition between the banks. We are in a small market, small community, with almost 55 or more banks operate in this small market. Many bankers used to run behind the same customers. They used to over leverage these clients. The easy access to fund was a problem. Now I'm talking about a challenge, which is the access to fund. At certain point in time, it was a problem, the easy access to fund. The competition was there. If a customer needs the working capital requirement, let's say, is 10 million, he used to have 20 and 30 million in his book. Why? He doesn't need this. When he has this much buffer of facilities, he will start diversifying, and this will lead his business to fail. Let him focus on his core business. Give him their actual needs, no more nor less, no less. So the recommendations to banks is to be rational, reasonable. Even when you set up your targets to your RMs, your relationship managers, don't give them crazy target that let them go to the market and bring any business, cheap business. No. Give them reliable, reasonable targets. Hire the good people. Your RM is the tailor. Your RM is the advisor. It is very important that he understands this business and he advises the clients properly. Banks need to look at the SMEs as real partner, not as cow that generate cash and profits. No, they have to stand there whenever there is a problem. They used to say banks are the ones who give you an umbrella when it is sunny, and they take this umbrella when it starts raining. Doesn't work this way. And the last counterparty is the regulator, the central bank. Central bank needs also to play a more vital and important role in this industry. They need to have better and more strong regulations. Insolvency law has been introduced earlier. It is not yet effective. Market has to be educated. Interest rates needs to be standardized. When I go to the many banks, 20, 30 banks, you don't find a standardized or at least common interest rates. Every bank has its own cost of fund, and based on the not IBOR or LIBOR even, based on a base rate they have created, they start charging and doing their pricing. Central bank, I believe, has to play a more important and serious role here to regulate the industry. For now, that's it. And I hope my research will add value to the economy and to the sector. Thank you so much.